I think there's people that misunderstand the value, quality, insert whatever word you want here, about what an investment in a paper like Hahnemühle makes is really worth. So somebody that would say to you like, paper's paper. I don't understand what the value is there. What would be your response back to that?
Well, the first thing, and fortunately I work for a company that has just a tremendous reputation, so
Yeah.
it is somewhat of a household name. So, obviously amongst imagery producers and photographers, artists, our name goes pretty far and it speaks very clearly, but obviously, representing that to customers is kind of a different story. But I think that a lot of it is tied with our experience in paper making for so long, that's something that should come into the conversation, and that you're making a fine art print, and these are truly fine art materials. And I think that customers will identify with that. It's just a question of educating them on what actually goes into it. And so I feel like, as I mentioned, the choice of paper is just as justified as explaining to your client why you're a good photographer and why you choose the certain lighting and the equipment that you do. This is part of the process, and I think that some photographers are not truly connecting that part of their craft to the very end of the process, and that is a completed print that's framed, matted, and ready to hang on the wall. And that when you compel your customers to use the best cameras, the best photographers, the best process, the best paper, the best frame, that everything comes together beautifully. And so paper is important in that sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting that you make that point, because if you are printing on the wrong surface, you're not cooking the steak at the end. You're leaving it raw. You're not getting to that final point where it's beautiful and it's put together and it's printed on the right thing, and displayed the right way at the right size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I think photographers truly are excited about fine art printing for that reason, and is that these are surfaces that are not, or were not, mainstream, that they now have access to, and it is truly a fine art, crafted print that people are excited about, because their choices, their surface choices, there's choices of texture, these white points, these are all things that are all readily available within the line of the fine art papers, and I think that people enjoy that.